And hello everybody, we are back with another video. I was trying to do a Markiplier impression right there, it didn't turn out very good. And hello everybody, we are back with another video. I was trying to do in case you couldn't hear, I have this on multiple different screens. 1 second. And hello everybody, we are back with another video. In case you couldn't... Well, that's slightly annoying. Okay. So, we're back with another video. We're going to be doing some... What is this? We're going to be doing some base beautification is what we're going to be doing today. Not a whole lot, but if you guys were wondering what we're going to be doing today, and you want a little sneak peek at what we're going to be doing both today and also later on, we are going to be doing some, let me get the actual video on there. There we go. Beautiful. Now you can see my screen. Now you can see what we're actually doing. So let me get that beautiful little, what was it? One, let's see, right here. All right, let me just, yeah, there we go. Hello, everybody. Isn't this beautiful? It's gorgeous and beautiful. All right. If you guys are wanting a little sneak peek as to what we are going to be doing today, let me go ahead and grab some fireworks. So, what we'll be doing today is, I'm going to come over here. We're going to be filling this in. I've said it, we're going to do it a few times, but today we are actually going to be doing that. This is going to all be flat, and then we are going to move some terrain over. We're going to be doing some terrain change right here to see if we can get, if I remember right here is a land bridge. Yeah, it's kind of a crappy land bridge. So we're going to be putting a bridge from right here over to this side. Now, this area right here, I did say we were going to do a, what is this? Kind of a, like a museum almost. I don't have enough to where this needs to be a museum. So what I think I'm going to be doing is a little bit of kind of a continuation of over there. Now that's the industrial district, but having kind of a settlement over here is not going to hurt much, if anything. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Also, I have no idea why there's XP on the ground, because we don't have a whole lot of other places right now to build. We don't have a whole lot of flat places to build. This is going to take a lot of terraforming. This is probably going to have something big. But this is kind of like the next manageable area. And what I want to do is I want to come down here and I want to build definitely going to build a dock. So I'm not talking about a boardwalk like we have over here, but we're going to have an actual full made dock with possibly a boat, because what should go in a river biome? A boat. People are going to need boats. So that is what I would like to do today. What we're going to build around here, I still have no idea. So I have a lot of stuff. Right now we just kind of have the trees to kind of take up some space. We have a few builds like this build right here, along with some other ones. We've got a lot of work to do. So with that said, we're going to first start by terraforming up here. And there's a reason for that. So right here is where the gold farm is going to be. It's going to be somewhere along right here. It needs to be 20 blocks. So most likely it's going to go into that right there, this cliff. So the road is most likely not going to be right here. Originally, I was thinking the road was going to be... Oh, this is perfect. I forget that I built this right here. Originally, I thought that you were going to get here from right up this little path, come around, and then you have the entrance, and then you go that way. Now, I can't get rid of the small little farms that we have there. They're very insignificant. They're not really necessary. So we may be doing that. But still figuring out a lot of stuff. There's also a 1 block change in terrain, so I gotta make that make sense. But this build right here is going to be a little bit difficult. So what we're gonna start out by doing though is this area right here. This needs to be a little bit straighter. This needs to be right here. You know, we're gonna go to sleep for... Wait. It's a zombie villager. Do I wanna... It's a couple of zombie villagers. But there's a lot of mobs, so I'm not doing this right now. That is not what we came here for. So another thing is I want to do a texture similar to this on this whole road. So that will be another aspect of this. My headphones just died. Great. Where's the thing for that? I don't know. But we've got a lot of stuff to build. We got a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna go ahead and make some rockets real quick. Drop some extra blocks that I don't need. I definitely need that that. Oh, this is silk touch, efficiency 4, mending. Yeah, it should be fine. This and this and this. And we're just gonna go ahead and stock up on shulkers. Not shulkers, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stock up on fireworks. Shulkers are in here somewhere. I'm gonna find them. They're not in here. Are they in? They're not in here either. Where did I put the shulkers? I think I'm losing my mind. Yep. No shulkers, no shulkers. 0 shulkers. Oh boy. Okay, well, I have no idea what those are. Anyway, what we can do is I don't need any of this stuff. So we can fill this shulker box up with stuff until we find the shulkers. Another thing is I need to see if I can find some red dye. Yes, I can, because there is a bunch of red dye in the iron farm, which is going very well, by the way. It's a great iron farm. Let's see. Let's go in here real quick. So what I like to do is make my rocket shulker red. Just kind of color coordinate it. Yes. And then we're gonna go all of these and all of these, and all of these, and all of these, and these, and we still have enough for some more, but we're gonna leave it right like this for now. And we're just going to put all these fireworks in the shulker box except for, and then I'll just put this in here as well. So if I start, you know, killing creepers and stuff while I'm around, I can just do that. Okay. Now, we have some stuff we don't need in here, but it's whatever, it's fine. Alright, this area right here is going to be, what level? I think right here would be a good level. So we're going to make this just a straight sheer drop. And it is going to be a good plane until we get to the next level of the build, which is going to be right here, I guess. So I'll go ahead and dig out this. And we'll come over here. Yeah, that's good. So while we're doing this, we're also getting a bunch of grass, as you can see. You know, alright, 3 stacks. And we're going to use this to terraform down there. So I have been working on, if you look at the names for these live streams, I've been working on some episodes. They're titled in episodes. I've had a few people ask me, just a few friends and stuff, because nobody else cares. And basically what I'm doing is I am putting together all of the I'm putting together all of the live stream footage, editing it together to make a video. The video's going good. I've been busy though, so it's kind of gotten away from me, and it's a lot easier to live stream than it is to actually do edit a video. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna keep editing all these videos. Now I'm editing the first one, which is always going to be the hardest because you have so much that you need to put in there, like, oh, I set down my first bed and stuff like that. Once I actually get to like farms and stuff, it's just going to be like, hey, we're going to build this farm. Boom, we built the farm. But yeah, so I'm editing together a lot of clips, and it is a pain, I swear. I've probably edited for like 3 or 4 hours already, and I'm only about 4 minutes in. Then again, I'm using a software I'm not used to. I'm using CapCut because I don't have, I professionally use Premiere, but I don't know if you see the current number of streams I have. Yeah, that's not, Premiere is not affordable for this channel. So yeah, we're just going with CapCut right now. Eventually I want to start using Premiere, but I'm not going to use that until I actually have a reason to. So yeah, the video is coming along. It's got a lot of putting a lot of work into the intro, putting a lot of work into what the thumbnail is going to look like. Trying very hard to make sure that I'm not half-assing it, because I have a tendency of doing that with content creation. Mainly just because that's my job at like during the day, so it's like I'm kind of doing the job that I normally do as a hobby, which is kind of a weird spot to be in. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it'll be fine. So that is the reason for the delays in this video being done, is I am just, you know, I come home, I'm exhausted, I don't want to edit videos after a full day of editing videos. That's not my primary job, but holy crap, when I have to edit videos, it is a long period of time. Let's see. So we got this now. I like this. This should be, ow. This should be good for now. We have a full inventory, almost full inventory. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna see how much of this we can fill in. But before I do that, I'm gonna, oh crap, I'm gonna need torches. So I'm gonna come back over here, because I do not want to constantly hear zombies and stuff. What is it? Yelling or whatever, making noises. Do I even have any torches? That's a good question. Get sticks this way. We have this right here. We have a singular torch right here. More sticks. 2 more coal. I needed this anyway. Yeah, nope, that's silk touch. Alright, we can make 40 torches, that should be fine. Put the sticks back, and we got 6 more torches I didn't find earlier. Alright. This place right here is pretty dark. Zombies could spawn there. Stuff could spawn right here. Let's get right here, here, here. You can die. Here. Yeah, at some point later on, probably going to be hiding some light sources, or incorporating them like we did on the last stream, which I think was yesterday, with the light poles. But because I'm not a huge fan of just having a bunch of torches placed down, but I'm not a huge fan of these guys either, so... For crying out loud. Alright. Also fill this. I could also fill this in, which I, for some reason, haven't this entire time. Die. Go away. I'm getting to the point where I have too many tools. All right, bedtime. Bedtime and snack time. I am running out of food. Do I not have any food? What in the world? All right, we're gonna do some trading real quick. Because I am hungry and a little bit low on health, so. And then I think it's, nope, not this guy. This guy who also has a trade as well. And then you, sir, can give me, who's the highest? I think it's either him, nope. It's either this guy. Yeah, it's this guy. Oh, but I don't want apples. Oh, cookies. 3 for 18. That's crazy amounts, but okay. Alright, so now I have a stack of cookies. I'll just keep eating those, I guess. Okay. Back to terraforming. This right here, we're going to have this. Yeah, we're only going to have it. My block basement is struggling right now. One thing though I did notice is how jittery my mouse skills are, because oh my gosh, I was editing my clips and like all of my clips are super short, and it's because I was moving like this. So yeah, it's driving me a little bit, shoot, driving me a little bit nuts. Yeah, I don't know what's up with me today. I'm definitely having some, like, crazy brain fog. Like, I don't know. I do not want to be streaming right now. I don't know why. But we're going to be getting this... I'm going to be getting this terraforming done and this whole area ready to go. Which I am very excited about. Because this area looks like crap from the air. So I'm excited to not see this whole thing anymore. Hopefully... Oh boy, this is still gonna take a minute. And we're probably gonna run out of... Definitely running out of grass blocks, but we're probably gonna run out of normal blocks or normal dirt as well. Why? Should have worked. I don't understand why whenever I'm trying to terraform, my speed bridging just does not work. It's annoying. This stuff right here is also going to need to go. This little level right here. And then I think the bridge is straight here, right? It's about a straight line. Yeah. Let's see, level 70. Level 70. Okay, perfect. So this little thing right here is going to need to come off. But most of this area... Most of this area is level 70 or 71. So we can bring it down one block. That's not going to hurt anything either. All right. This build is going to be great. I just got to stick through the boring parts. Oh my gosh, this goes so far. It's one thing I hate about having cookies. They do not fill you up at all. Yeah, I've already gone through a quarter of a stack. All right. Oh. Okay, this is almost done. It's looking good too. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Alright, so we saw what this looked like before the beginning of the stream. And now, while we're still not done, it looks so much better. We just gotta patch up this area real quick. And then, ooh, let's watch these guys die. Sounded wrong, but yep, those guys are gone. Alright, I need to get a different food source because the cookies are worse than I remember. Like, dadgum, these things suck. also get rid of some of this crap. Poppies can go in here. All right. We should have enough dirt. And I forgot why I went in there. That's great. All right. Where did I put the bread? Let's see. Best I can do is apples right now. In case you're new to the stream, today this is first off my forever world. So basically it's just the world that I'm gonna keep on building and building and building and building and building on. But what I'm doing today is a little bit of base beautification, you might call it. But I am still in the planning stages of what the next build is going to be, and so I'm working that out today. And then I'm also terraforming this area because it looked like trash. It really did. So we don't have this giant ditch anymore. And yeah, so that's what's going on today. And we are almost done. But no, I think one of the shortcomings, the biggest shortcomings I've had is in the industrial district over here, everything's kind of on the same level. Like this is only tiered a little bit. These are all on the same line. You know, everything's kind of built. Next time, or on this next build that we're going to be building over here, I want all the buildings to be on different kind of layers of the street, if that makes any sense. So I want some deviation. I don't want it to look like I put it on a super flat world. But I also want I don't want them all to be lined up together, if that makes any sense. This is also very natural looking, which I like a lot. I don't know if we're ever gonna get the build to be over here. Especially with what this location is. You know, it just being the industrial farming district, but yeah. Ooh. What does this guy have? I need more acacia, and he does not have it. He does have horned coral, though, and rooted dirt. I don't need any of that. See, I'm growing as a person because I used to just kill him. So, I guess that's gotta count for something. Let's see, what could I build over here? This would be, like, a great spot for something. And before I build the road out, I probably should have it marked out what I want. That's something I've found to be very helpful, is just marking out like where buildings could go. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. But yeah, a lot of builds, I will mark out where I want all the buildings to go. So, like for instance, I think it's a better idea if instead of building straight here, I build, because what, this is gonna go straight right here. I'm out of blocks, but I can use Podzol right here. Should be fine. Let's see. So the bridge is going to be right here. The bridge is going to be start right here. So I might as well have some bigger build right here that's just for aesthetics. Let me grab some marking blocks real quick. Something like netherrack, if I have any on hand. I don't know, what's the easiest to see blocks that I have? There we go, a little bit of netherrack. Also, I am shaking for some reason. I don't know why. But like my arm is quivering, so if I keep on misclicking, I don't know what's going on. Probably should not be playing Minecraft. I probably should be playing something else right now. Just like, I don't know, Rivals or something that's gonna make me, you know, move my mouse a lot. Just dadgum, my hand hurts. Alright, so one thing I think we're gonna go back and do is change out where all of the where all of the road is. So here instead will be, but actually I think I can use a hoe to do this. Before I waste my diamonds on a hoe, let me do this real quick. All right. So can I? Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna have a trail right here leading up to it, and then it's gonna come closer to this area right here, which means all of this needs to get plowed. So here to over here, we will dig this out right here. Let's just figure out where this needs to come right here. Yeah, that can all be plowed or tilled. I should probably stop saying plowed. That sounds kind of wrong. Well, let me double check my audio is working. Actually, you know, before I do that, let me go to sleep. here, and then we'll actually have this come out a little bit. Like right here. Yeah, this is just going to make it a little bit more quaint, you might say. But yeah, let's collect the little bit of XP it's got. We're also going to do another iron trade real quick. Okay, then we're going to trade with this guy. Cool. And then now we can trade for iron as well. I'm just gonna... Yep, now he'll give us emeralds. And he also is getting a lot higher, whatever it's called. He's getting higher. I don't know what to call it. Let's see. And then we can actually just come to this guy. We're just going to trade for a little bit of bread. All right. Trade 1,000 emeralds? Wow. That's been a long time coming. It's actually an insane amount of emeralds if you think about it. Yeah, I do not need this. Take this. Okay, so now this area is completely terraformed. So now we can build the roof of the bridge, how big we want it, all of that stuff. Yes. Yes. Alright, so I'm not really sure the depth that I want to go into the bridge. I'm typically pretty good at bridge building, but I'm not sure how many details I want. But we're just going to go ahead and build a... No, how did I do that? Okay. So we're just going to... We're just going to build from our base to right here. Dang it. All right. So that's our, that was like 80 blocks. So this is going to be quite a lot of stone. I don't know if I have enough stone, but we'll see. And then we'll honestly probably... I'm going to need to look at how bridges typically look, but we'll probably just do the old super easy tower build. To make it look a little bit more formal, is the word, I guess. But yeah, I could go straight this way. I mean, I don't know if it's been a while since I've said it, but I want all of my stuff to be connected. So I don't want any more of this you know, oh, let me go what I think is in this direction to the build that I have over here. Now I want everything to be well connected. So from here, I want to have this connected to whatever I have, you know, in this direction. Ooh, I just realized this could be a really cool place as well for some builds. So yeah, we have a lot to work with. It's just a lot of work. But no, this is going to be a great build once we're done. And then I think right here, what would be cool is a... I hate flowers, I swear. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't fit here at all. Okay. We're going to have it come in 3 blocks. All right, yeah, we'll have a small tower right here, kind of like as a lookout tower. And honestly, we may put a wall around some of this area. And then I think the dock is going to best... Let's see. If we get rid of this mountain right here, this will actually be separate, and also this area right here. This will be separated from there. But where should we put the dock? Because this is going to be this is a coastal area. So, not a coastal area, a river area. So they would always have like a dock or something. So I'm thinking, let me get a better view. And see, even this is connected by water. So I think we'll have the dock on this side, right here. Maybe remove some of the island or some of the beach. Of course, I'm always gonna need sand, so that's not a problem. But yeah, no, this is gonna be good. All right, now let's figure out where the next big build is gonna go. So that build over here needs to be loaded in. We're barely loading it in from right here. It needs to really be right here that we have loaded in. So with that, we're gonna build this build over here. So we have, I think I want it to end right here. We're gonna have it probably 10 blocks wide by 20 should be enough for all the storage I'm gonna need. Yeah, okay. So I want it to end at about right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, so 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is going to be where our gold farm is going to be. This is where our gold farm is going to be. Alright, so I don't need this to mark this place anymore. Alright. And that build is going to be nearly as tall as that one. So we could put our staircase right here. Which puts the next farm. We need to have a spot right here. So we're going to have this trail off to kind of behind here, and then we have up there. So with that, I would like to actually have a bigger build right here. That's a lot of mobs. And just right there, I hit level 70. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I want to have a bigger build right about here. What is it going to be? I have no idea. If I had to hazard a guess, probably a pumpkin farm, because that doesn't need to be super close to load in. But yeah, we can come right here. Alright, so that's another build that we're going to have. So basically, we'll have a split off right here. It's going to lead into that. Then we'll go around again, down the hill a little bit, which means we're going to need to have another build right here. Because remember, you want it to be, or how I'm making it is trying to be as quaint as possible. Not quaint, but like congested. Because if everything's super spread out, it's going to tend to be a little bit, just not look right. And then up here. I like that. Let's see what it looks from the air. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be great. And then over here, we're also gonna probably want to have a way up over this way. So that gives us room for a build all the way over here. Perfect. Yeah, I'm liking it. I am very much liking it. But that means we need to build a melon farm here. We need to build a, this is probably going to be just a nice looking build. And then over here, again, just a nice, cool looking build. I'm going to try and get the builds to be a little bit taller because everything has been very 1 to maybe 2 stories so far. So we'll probably start trying to build things up a little bit taller. But I'm definitely not going to be putting too many farms over on that side. If there's going to be any farms, they're going to need to be here to about right here. So this is about the end of render distance. Unless I want to start... If I start waiting for XP or AFKing here, I'll probably be better off. Oh, I'm getting very tired. Let's see. Yeah, and then right here is going to need to have something else, because there's no longer a... You know what? We're going to just go ahead and destroy it now. All right. I was going to say I should have a little bit of grass blocks left. All right, there we go. So now we can actually have another build right here. Something like that. All right. Once again, let's look how it looks from the air. Make sure it's not... It's a little thin. Should be fine. So yeah, that is pretty much what I had planned for today. Just a lot of kind of figuring things out. Not a lot of building. I was planning on getting a little bit to the boardwalk, but I think that ship has kind of sailed today. One thing we can add though is a actual entrance of a sort. Make it more obvious that there is going to be something built here, and then we can also do a little You know, in all honesty, I think the best course of action would be just to leave this with, like, you know, a torch, maybe two, and then put, kind of make like a false door, and probably put one right here as well, just to make it look like we did something, even though we didn't. Yeah. All right. So this build is pretty much done. I think that looks pretty darn good. Definitely in the works. Definitely not done, but yeah, it's figuring out what I want to put over there. I want to be going over some ideas. I may put a poll in. So if you see it, please definitely be sure to vote. Yeah. What should I put there? That'll be a question for the next one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. It has been a short stream, but I am probably going to get off right here. Have a wonderful day. I got to remember which application is OBS right now.